All right, everyone. Welcome to Gunners from All Corners, the show where we say Arsenal in multiple different accents. How's everyone? We have two new faces here for you guys. We have James from England.
Hey,
How are you, James?
I'm good, thank you.
All right, man. Welcome, welcome. You're always welcome here. Tijo, my man, from the Netherlands.
Yo, what's up?
Welcome back, dude. Brogav, my man.
Good afternoon, guys.
Right, all the way from Orlando and all the way from Toronto, the Queen of Arsenal, Miss Mel.
Hey, thanks for having me on the panel. I look forward to the discussion.
All right, guys. So it's pretty straightforward, really, right? Like we have the season just came to an end. A very disappointing season yet again. If someone feels differently, I'll ask, but I feel like it's unlikely that someone's satisfied with the season that we just had. But you know what? I'm gonna try to start on a positive note, and I'll ask you guys if you have positives they want to highlight from this season, because I do feel like it's important to highlight that there were some positives. It's not all doom and gloom. People tend to go a little over desperate. It's with Arsenal, we're a very desperate, reactive bunch. So
Yeah, we
let's
are.
start with James. New guy,
Yeah,
like
well,
do you feel like there's some positives that you feel are
there's positives in everything. I do believe that the youngsters this season have been the positive of it all.
Yeah.
absolutely
100%. It's a shame Martinelli was not there all year, but the youngsters are going to hold it together for us next year, most definitely.
yeah. Yeah, like what mainly like what youngsters
Smith
would you
Rowe
highlight
really,
from
for
that?
me, came into the forte towards the end. He's the one. I mean, we knew about Saka anyway, but Smith Rowe for me is the one that is. He's been on loan. He just came in, didn't he, and just
Yeah.
kicked it to duck to water, didn't he?
Yeah, then I'm with you there. Just I mean, I would argue that Saka was most likely a little superior to Smith Rowe overall this season, but then again, he has been good for longer. So
Yeah, I mean,
Smith Rowe is
he
definitely
looked
a
a bit,
positive from this season.
he looked a bit knackered towards the end, didn't he? To be honest,
He did,
You know,
rightfully so.
we played him a lot, relied on him a lot in the Europa League. He looked a bit knackered. You know, had a couple of injuries, didn't he? And he came rushed back after that thigh injury and whatnot. But Smith Rowe for me, he's been the one, man. He's literally taken it on his shoulders, and you know, the way he glides past people is a bit like Gaza, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Tijo, my man, what's your take on that? If you want to build on his comment, talk about other youngsters, or if you have other positives to highlight.
Well, the second half of the season was fairly better than the first half of the season because, well, that was just utter shit. But
Yeah.
the second half of the season was improved from the first half, and to be fair, we did quite well, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And the defense was
yeah.
improved as well.
Guys, my sound's gone funny. I'm trying to sort it out.
Oh, now it sounded quite good.
Oh yeah, it's better now. I've got earphones in.
Well, it's better now.
Can you hear me
Yeah,
all right?
that's much better. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's you're good. You're good, James.
Yeah, sweet. I
So
can hear it much
I
better. It's all
agree with
muffly,
that.
but I can hear it now.
I actually touched on that yesterday with Steven, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, from the past 23 rounds, Arsenal would be placed second in the Prem, which is not
Yes.
like it's not something that we should take as like we're doing awesome. No, it's been a very very atypical season. Most teams haven't been consistent whatsoever. I think
Yeah.
Arsenal got like 45, 44 out of a possible, what is it, 69 points. So that's
Yeah,
not
do you know
even
what?
66%.
I thought we were going to sneak in the back door, man. After like on
I
that run
thought
after
too.
Christmas,
I thought
I
that
thought we were
too.
going to sneak in that back door in the top four. I really did, man. But it was just there's too many ifs and buts, maybes here and there. But
Yeah, man.
so
Mel,
positives, yeah. I mean, Smith Rowe, the young lads. Arteta's good for me. I'm Arteta in. I'm in all day
Yeah.
Arteta in at the moment.
we'll
just
get to
got a-
that. I'm
I
gonna
just got a
wait
heart
for
attack hearing that.
I'm gonna wait for Steven to be here because he likes this discussion.
Yeah.
But Mel, what's your take on that? Do you agree with these positives, and do you have any other to
For
add
me,
up?
some positives I wanted to highlight, and Chris Paul just took the words out of my mouth. But first, I want to highlight the fact that we done the double over Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. So come on, give that one to us. Give credit where it's due. Tactical field. Another thing, the main thing I want to highlight is our liabilities and deadwood of the club, the rest of the deadwood that we have, except the parasite of an owner and sort of the Snobus manager, in my opinion. The rest of the deadwood, so Hector Bellerin, Danny Ceballos, the same mistakes week in and week out.
Yeah.
Willian being linked back to Chelsea.
Wow.
Come
How
on.
crazy is that?
That's just the icing on the cake.
He's
I heard
going
that
back to Chelsea, really?
Back to
Yeah.
Chelsea. That has just wound me
That
up
happened
because
earlier
it's
today.
what a waste of money that was. That has been.
That's going to be the best signing of this transfer window if he goes back to Chelsea. I mean, just getting rid of that rest of the deadwood, and even I would sell Kolasinac. In terms of us highlighting the youngsters, like what James pointed out, Smith Rowe to me is more promising than what Odegaard has ever done. When he came on loan to us, Odegaard, I think, was overhyped.
Odegaard's been good though. He's been good.
He has been good. I will give him credit, but he has been overhyped and didn't live up to that hype. He has been good, but Smith Rowe to me has done a lot more on that pitch and lived up to the name. That's just, some positives I wanted to highlight. Another positive, and this might be a blessing in disguise, is we don't have that stupid Europa League conference. Ain't nobody gonna spend time watching that. Sadly, we were shit this season, just to put it in nicer words. But we could use this opportunity to rebuild and sort of get players like Buendia, Basuma, hopefully Aurora, to rebuild our team. But finally getting rid of the rest of the deadwood is a work in progress that, we've been doing for a long time. So that's just my 2 cents.
You know what? You're bringing up an interesting topic because I'm a little more practical when it comes to qualifying for European competitions, even if it's embarrassing. But I'll get to that. I'm gonna ask Bargav if he has yet another positive to add because it's been a shit season, so maybe we don't have more than 4 positives that were just stated. But do you have one, Matt?
No.
All right, fair enough. So I'm gonna switch to the next subject that Mel brought up because go ahead.
The only positive I think is we have 2 I think some of our core is actually like developed this year and we have some pieces to take forward, but we're in the same position as last year, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going into a summer window trying to be hopeful again, hoping that the club doesn't let us down, hoping for that one good signing to come. So, I mean, that's the only positive, I think. I mean, the rest of it, we beat a bunch of teams when the pressure was off. Yeah, we might have had so many points and whatnot, but none of the games were like pressure games when you think about it towards the end of the season. Yeah. So we performed well when the pressure wasn't there. So that's why I think when everybody's been saying that statistic, like 46 points from what is it? What did you just say? Like 69 possible?
I think that was it. My friend Caio that was here last week sent me the table from the last 23 rounds. I think that's more or less it. 44 to 46 from 69 points. Yeah, because
and I'll be honest, half that schedule was like non-pressurized games. The only pressure, when you're talking about Chelsea, Man U, and Man City wrapped up the title. They didn't give a fuck. Liverpool had top 4 they were fighting for, and they had really insanely hard games that there was a lot of pressure for a lot of those teams. So for them, them dropping points here and there, that kind of makes sense. But I'll put it this way: when the pressure's off, we do well. I mean, in that sense, that statistic, I don't know. I look at that, I'm like, we've developed, but at the same time, I don't think it's. I think it's a little overblown in that sense. So sorry.
Can I say something quick?
Yeah, go ahead. Of course.
Well, listen. At the end of the day, we haven't conceded as many goals as we normally do. Because we normally letting shit like
actually, I agree with that one. Actually, I'll give.
He has definitely shored us up at the back. So I mean, that's a development. If we stay like that next season, isn't that Saliba's coming back and he's meant to be all that. So let's see what he comes back like. But we haven't let in half as many goals as we normally do. We had a good run the second half of the season. So the problem was getting the goals, So
Yeah, but then
Aubameyang's been
it's
off.
like a trade-off. I think we were so defensive, but our we had
but
no
he had to do
creativity,
that. He
midfield
had to shore
creativity.
that up straight away because Emery never a fucking clue what he's doing. You know, so we needed to shore it up at the back, and I think that we did do that. So, you know, if you don't let goals in, you don't lose games.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was the problem towards the end was getting goals, which we looked like we had no creativity. Like we didn't even look dangerous. We're Arsenal.
No passion on the pitch. Yeah.
We're Arsenal. We normally take teams apart in the second half, last 10, 15, 20 minutes, and we don't look like that anymore. We didn't.
Right. Well, now you guys put me in a tough spot because you brought up two very interesting things to discuss. I'm going to try to save one for later because I did want to talk about that Europa Conference League really briefly because my thoughts are very simple. I know it's embarrassing. I know it takes some of the focus away from the Prem, but we're always complaining that there's not enough investment. If we're not in a European competition, there's going to be even less money coming in. So yes, I was rooting for us to be in the Europe Conference League, even though it's embarrassing. It's just come on, how does Arsenal end up there? But it's just a matter of math, more money coming in. And I'm sure, unlike the Europa League and the Champions League, it's not really it's not about drawing attention because I don't think players give a shit about the Conference League, but it's just a matter of more income. So I just want to ask you guys really quickly because I want to touch on that, if we did actually grow as a club within this season. James, were you hoping that we make it?
Do you know? No? I'll be brutally honest. I didn't want to be in it. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I didn't want to be on it. We've had 2 good goes at Europa League. We lost to Chelsea in the final. It's devastating against Villarreal. I mean, if you're going to win that competition, Arsenal are good enough to win that competition. So the way I'm seeing it is I didn't want to be in it. It doesn't matter about the name of the conference. All right, that's a bit embarrassing, but it doesn't matter about that to me. What matters is that Arteta now gets the training sessions in between the Prem games and in between the FA Cups and the Mickey Mouse Cup, I call it, is he now gets the time to concentrate on what he wants the squad to do, how he wants us to play. This has been a fucked up season. He hasn't really had the time in between the fixtures because they've been so crowded to do what maybe he wants to do with the squad. I mean, obviously we need investment in the squad. If he gets them, if top 4 is what we want. This Europa League business, we need to get back in the top 4. That's where Arsenal deserve to be. So at the end of the day, we'll have to train the sessions for it next season. Hopefully bring some investment in. And then, look, man, we're not going to be going to Russia and places like that on a Thursday night and then playing on a Sunday afternoon.
That's very fair. Very fair.
All right, it brings in income, but it's not a massively income that would change Arsenal's. We're not talking about Wolves or a Leicester like that. They would get that 40, 50 million from maybe being in that competition and whatnot. We don't need the money, I don't think, personally, just for one more year in the Europa League. We need to build our team, how we want to play and how we want to go forward. And I just think it's a bit of a burden if we go into it for another season.
That's fair enough. Okay, before I go to Tiho with that, just throwing it out there. 10 people watching right now, so please make sure to smash the like, share, subscribe, do whatever you can to support us, guys. And just get through the comments real quick. Well, we did name a few, Mr. Negative. So, yeah, joke's on you.
There's not a lot to be positive about, man.
No, not a lot. Yeah, I mean, we are we're struggling to find some, but
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna get to this later then because these are actually questions that we can get to. So, Tiho, do you if you can be fast, just a yes or no, because I wanna move on from this. But were you hoping we made it to the Conference League?
Well, I didn't even care about the European qualification. I just wanted to finish up with Spurs, to be honest. But
yeah, I love that.
But the thing is, everyone's saying it's teams from Gibraltar, teams from Romania and stuff, but Villarreal are in it. Roma is in it. They're not all bad teams.
Yeah. It wouldn't have been an easy ride. Miss Mel.
Me, I said off the bat, similar to what Tico said. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. I wanted to finish above Spurs just because of our rivalry. And I didn't want this Europa League conference. I actually wanted, okay, that gives us time to rebuild. And Mikel Arteta can figure out if he's still on the job. He can figure out, what goals does he want for our club next season? Will we go strong, train these players, get the dressing room back together? Because I think he may have lost a bit of the dressing room, players losing respect for him. And I think that would give us time to do that.
Right. Fair enough. By the way, Tiro's from, he's Dutch. He doesn't expect anyone to know how to say his name. Am I correct in saying that? I don't think he judged you. All right. Bargav, were you hoping we made it?
We can barely concentrate on one game, man. I mean, like,
I'm alone.
For me, I'm okay like having like one game a week. That because I know like that game at the weekend is going to be pretty special. And if we're out of Europe, I mean, and we're not playing like in like really big competitions, I mean, the winner of that Conference League gets into the Europa League.
Yeah.
Yay!
Exactly. Yeah.
So like at the end of the day, it wasn't really. I looked at that. I mean, financially, I don't think I know we get like $7 million or £7 million if we win that thing.
Yeah, I didn't actually know how much it was, but
it's really like
money,
I mean, like
it's
I said,
Mornelli.
For me, I would like to go the whole season with one game a week, and I would like to see what development. I'd rather focus on player development and not have stupid injuries because of some Conference League that didn't matter. Than having that thing. So in that sense, I'm happy where we're at, honestly, because I think we really need to just focus on this next year.
So I'm all alone.
Lonely. Oh, so lonely.
All right. Well,
I hear you though. Everybody wants to be. I hear you what you're saying. Everybody wants to be in Europe, but I mean, come on, man. We've had a few seasons of it now, and
it has nothing to do about being in Europe. It was solely about the money. I know it's not a lot of money, but I know I'll take whatever we can get. If you want to set a hot dog like cart in front of the Emirates, I'll take that because there's no investment.
Mate, we're not as skint as you might think, mate. We're not as skint as you might think. We've just got tight arse owners.
Yeah, that's the thing. All right, so I want to get to the point that Bargav raised. By the way, guys in the chat, big up all of you. You do raise some good points. Maddie, CP, we'll get to those. But right now, unlike most people, I do feel like there has been some development from the season, from the past season to this one that just wrapped up. I feel like we were really unfortunate that Aubameyang's form just dropped very suddenly because
that was strange, wasn't it?
Right, like if we add his goals, like his regular goals, it's not like he had one good season at Arsenal. No, he's been consistently scoring over 25 goals ever since his last season at Saint-Etienne. He's been consistently great. So, all of out of the blue, he stopped scoring. If you add up his goals, Arsenal would probably have finished fourth or something. The problem with Arsenal's development is that it's slower than most other Premier League teams. That's the thing. Like you see Everton like growing really fast, Leicester like rapid growth. You see Tottenham now. I feel like Tottenham's gonna end up being in a tougher spot than us very soon. But they're
on the downfall, which is a positive.
Yeah, they can't even get a proper manager. I mean, we shouldn't be the ones.
Let's bring in Mourinho, and that didn't happen for him, did it?
Exactly. But that's my point, really. Like there has been developments. Pepe played a lot better this season. Some of our youngsters.
Pepsi's been great, man.
Yeah. Some of our youngsters have been really promising, and I do trust in Edu. I know most people don't, but I feel like most of our businesses have been smart. Even Willian, that didn't turn out to work, he was smart business. He was free. He was never consistent within the season, but in his career, he consistently had fine seasons. He should have been an important, like a solid.
He scored one goal, man.
For us.
One goal.
Yeah, 25 yards out, one goal all season.
I'm just saying it wasn't a dumb.
I was excited when we got him. To be honest with you, I was excited. I thought he's a standard Premier League player. Like he
was going to be the Chelsea.
Brilliant for Chelsea. 35 games a season he normally plays. I thought, this is a good signing. Can play left, right. I heard in the rumor when we signed him, he's going to play the number 10, but. Mate, he just didn't do anything.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything. He didn't even go past the player.
He absolutely sucked. I'm just saying it wasn't stupid.
The ball forward.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't suck, but he didn't do anything like he didn't think
I want to defend the guy
because
I'm going to defend the guy a little bit because there was a point this season that I think for the first half, so when a player signs a contract, I feel like you have to look at 3 years, right? I feel like anybody who does these like management things, when they sign a player for a contract, they sign him for like 3 years. Now, I guess with Willian, our fan base, and it's rightfully so, they expected him to like just hit the ground running immediately. And I guess it took him a little bit of time to adjust because you have to adjust to like where everybody else is at on the pitch and all the players around you. When Willian gained formed, Arteta dropped him. Like,
He benched him.
he had a run.
You're gonna say that the minute Steven jumps in.
He picked up form after Benfica.
I don't remember him having any
form. Picked up format.
Why are we talking about this guy? Why are we talking about this guy?
Why are we talking about this guy? I don't remember him having any form.
Get this waste man out of my club.
It's not a guy coming from the French league that needs to learn his ropes
No,
or learn. He's in the league already.
Look,
he's another example of Arsenal's stupid ideas of buying rejects off rival clubs.
Hey, your opinion on Willian changed the whole season, though.
No. I have always said he was crap. He was shit. Even told me people had an agenda. No, I was telling the truth. I'm putting up. No, I'm not putting up with rejects from other clubs, right? From our rivals. There's a reason rivals sell to us because we're stupid enough to buy rejects that are worth nothing, right? So
we actually became a retirement.
Sylvester, check. David Luiz.
Oh, the list goes on, bruv. Yeah,
I didn't mean to start a Willian conversation.
No, but
not whatsoever.
Marley, you're Brazilian. You had to start it.
No, but that wasn't my intention.
Like, you're right. I mean, you guys are right. I mean, he underperformed the season, but there's I do think that part of that.
If he goes back to Chelsea, I'm going to be so vexed.
I will be so
happy. A waste of money.
Hold on.
Can I just
one thing before anyone who says David Luiz is a waste for us doesn't know anything about football. Honestly.
No one's David Luiz been all right.
Yeah, he hasn't been a waste. He's inconsistent. He has a lot of mistakes on him, but he's been quite important, actually, I'd argue. I was just saying that
behind the scenes he's been all right as well, David Luiz. You know, there's a lot of young lads at the club.
I just make it very.
Willian had a better season than Odegaard, by the way.
No. Bargab, stop talking rubbish. Honestly.
How do I do that, Tom?
Can I just make this very clear? Willian, in order to perform. Underperform. You've got to perform.
We're talking about like, do you guys feel like Arsenal developed whatsoever? Because I do, as I said, because Steven wasn't here, so I just
defensively, definitely, yeah. You got to look at the defensive side of it. We definitely improved defensively, 100%. You know,
I
started with James.
13 games.
Yeah, we lost a lot of games. Yeah,
I'm gonna go to Steven.
It's been shocking. I mean, he's asking for a positive. It's been a shocking season. He's asking for a positive, and I'm saying that we haven't let in as many goals. You know, that's one positive.
Yeah, but the idea is you've got to still score goals, and we don't do that.
Yeah, we've lost our way up front, 100%, Philip.
Yeah.
So I'd rather score
and
loads of goals if it meant we win more games.
Well out of the back. That's another thing.
Yeah, we've been down that road though. We score more than you, and like, you know,
usually it works.
No, but
not really, because we ain't been in the Champions League for 4 seasons now, so it's not working, is it?
Yeah.
No, but it's working.
Right, guys, let's one at a time. I want to get to Beyond the Post because I need some positivity here.
Oh God,
so I'll get to him, but I'll get to you first, Steven. Go ahead, because you clearly feel like there hasn't been any developments anywhere in Arsenal.
Here we go.
No, you feel like we haven't improved anywhere else.
8th with no trophy, no European football in 25 years, which is about my lifetime. Or 26, how old do you want me to be? Right, right. They even made a new tournament for us, the Conference League. We couldn't even make that, for God's sake. Jesus Christ!
Oh man!
I mean, back in the day, it was a lot harder to get in, and it still couldn't get and you can get in it. It was actually acceptable. But this one, they made it easier for us as hell. They even give us the Super League. We couldn't even get in that, right? Yeah,
that one's a story for another day. That one.
That's a story for another day, though. But right. If someone could tell me how we're being in 16th position, losing game after game after game with a manager who can't literally work his way out of a paper bag, right? Let alone
you don't like Arteta, then, no? Not at all.
No, I don't. Not after this season. I did support him. Yes, I did. But when he got to the North,
he secretly fantasizes about Arteta.
Oh my God!
When he got to the North London derby, right? I said, you either perform now, right, and you play if you play like you had before. nah, get out of it. And then after that defeat, no, they haven't supported him since. Right, and he's been getting. He was very lucky during that. Actually,
he has made some fucking weird decisions, man. And
he's
made some weird like first 11s, and that one on the. You know the one that's killed me with Arteta is the fucking. You take Aubameyang off when we need a goal against Villarreal, and you bring on fucking Willian.
No, but hang on. Before that, the first game, what did he do? I am going to use Smith Rowe, who's never played a false 9 in his fucking life. Sorry for swearing, but I'm going to use him, and I'm going to use him as a false 9 and tell him how to be a false 9 when he's never done it before, right? Yeah. But we've never played it before because I've seen Pep Guardiola do it against PSG, right? So obviously I can do it. No, you can't, right? This guy can only operate a League One side. He couldn't operate a taxi firm, right? And then to top it all off, second leg, what does he do? No, he doesn't go back to the original formation. He tries something new again.
The false
9. But we had no striker, man, that first leg. You know what I mean? No striker.
Play Martinelli up front.
Yeah.
Play Martinelli up front.
Yeah.
No, but
he doesn't seem to like Martinelli, though. I don't know why.
I've got a personal vendetta at Martinelli. I don't want him playing. So if that's the case, Martinelli, if we're going to keep Arteta, Martinelli, go now. Saka, go now. Smith, go now. All you're going to do is ruin them. That's all you're doing. And I can't stand managers that do that.
It's like a Gnabry situation where, we ended up killing their talent.
I'll get to the Arteta debate just because Natasha and Steven are here. We have to get through it, right? Like it's just what people want to see, what people want to hear. But
ding, ding.
beyond the posts, I know you can see some of the developments that have happened. I was arguing that Arsenal's development just has been slower than most of the Premier League, which is the problem, right? Like people are growing at a faster pace than us, so it's going to be hard to catch up. But there has been some developments. The youth was quite successful. What are your thoughts on that? Like, where do you feel like we grew?
Before that, I just say one thing because I don't want to get into the whole Arteta in versus out debate again. Because we know that since Christmas we are like on top with respect to the points earned in the Premier League. Now everyone is going to be talking about that false 9 situation and how we got knocked out of the tie against Villarreal. We had 180 damn minutes, including like till the end of the tie, like at least a 90-minute period where we should have at least scored 1 goal. We didn't take our chances. We got knocked out. As simple as that. We had enough time to come back. And the other thing is with respect to that false 9, ESR and Pepe. The kind of play that Arteta plays is so interchangeable that Pepe and Smith Rowe both were interchanging as a false 9. So if you see that, it's just a starting position on the pitch. It does not mean that he had to just stick there all the time. He's our top scorer apart from Pepe in 2021. So if Arteta expected him to score, there was a reason for it that he could have scored as well because he's our leading scorer currently right now in 2021.
What is this false 9 malarkey, man? We're not playing with a false 9.
Well, he copied that from Pep the night before.
No, we saw Pep do it night before, and all of a sudden he's now trying it brand new.
Aubameyang had malaria. Aubameyang had malaria. Lacazette was not fit.
Yeah, so like that guy said, you should have played Martinelli then.
He should
have played Martinelli that night then. Should have started Martinelli.
But he used Martinelli against Chelsea to get a draw.
Oh, he has an agenda against Martinelli.
No, that is the thing. See, he did not want to start Martinelli at that point of time, so he used Smith Rowe, the player in form who was scoring goals. But anyways, overall, there has been progress with respect to Arsenal. We did dominate some games in the first half of the season as well. Unfortunately, our attackers did not take the chances. Our play in the final third was not good enough. If someone would have said that we were playing a 3-4-3 the whole season and our attackers did play and take their chances, that would have meant that we did not convert too many, create too many. But because it was a 4-2-3-1, it is up to the players as well. It was not a defensive formation that we were playing right through the season. We started off with a defensive one, but within a few games, like I think 5 games, we have transitioned into a 4-3-3 and eventually a 4-2-3-1. So if someone is saying that we have played a defensive formation to stop the goals, that would not be right. It's our play in the final third that has not been good this season. And I said it on in a lot of places. If Aubameyang had delivered 20 goals in this season, we would be finishing in the top 4. But he has 10. So unfortunately, he couldn't find his form for whatever reason. If last
well, Aubameyang's had his issues, but I mean, playing Aubameyang on the left when you want to play you play Lacazette for me every game, and then you play the two either side of him, whoever they are. Aubameyang looks fucking lost, like in that deep left side position.
But he scored multiple goals playing from the left.
One last thing. Just
but Arteta's changed it. When before, we were playing. Yes, he was getting goals coming in from the left. He wasn't being asked to go to fucking left back, was he? Being defensively.
The problem was everyone figured that tactic out last season and when they came out this season, when we started off initially, he could not find his form.
You change it.
Yeah, so that is why it was changed but eventually Aubameyang's his own personal form has been a problem this season. And I was saying one last thing, that if in the last 2 seasons Aubameyang hadn't scored 20 odd goals, we would have probably finished in the bottom half of the table.
We're not disputing that Aubameyang's goals haven't kept us where we are.
Look,
you know what I mean? But he's been completely fucking different this year. You've gone from he signed that contract and all of a sudden he got the cigar on.
This guy is now sitting here. I was listening to one of his press conferences, right? And I went through it, and I'm like, oh my god, this is Wenger before he left. I'm talking in fucking riddles, right? I'm talking in riddles. What improvements? What have you done? Tell me, right?
The joke thing is when we lost over 2 ties.
Lacazette's worse, right? Martinelli's not getting any time, so he's getting worse.
Saka's
out of breath. Smith was out of breath. What? And they've got to go to the Euros. Yeah. What the fuck?
Steven. I'm gonna give you some free advertising here. If you wanna catch exactly this conversation, check out Steven's video from last night. I think it was the reaction to Crystal Palace,
Thursday,
right?
Because it's about to go off on Thursday as well.
And tomorrow, we don't have to repeat exactly the same convo here, guys. Come on.
I just don't get it. This guy is talking like Wenger before he left. I'm talking complete crap. Actual crap. I mean, what would you believe? Honestly, how can people believe what he's saying? Honestly, it's complete lies. What you're saying, it is.
Wait, with respect to improvement, have you seen what we have been doing since Christmas?
Oh my! Oh wow! Well done.
You do realize that if it was like one
club, that's fucking brilliant. That's
you do realize.
So our level of standards, that's brilliant.
You do realize if it was like one game or 2 games, if it was like one game or 2 games, and someone comes out and says that
you lower your standards, mate.
Come on, guys, chill.
Guys, one at a time. One at a time.
You have been lowering your standards for the last 10 years.
I'm expecting more at my football club. I got rid of a manager to get more than top 4.
Steven, I know you expect more. We should all expect more from Arsenal. We're a huge club. We should not be where we are. But 1 second, you should look up the definition. 1 second, Steven. You should look up the definition of improvement, because if we started the season shitty and ended it well, that means we improved. That's
I hear what you're saying. We start a season halfway through. Well done.
No, man.
Steven,
no one's happy with the season.
I hear what you're saying, fella.
No one's happy with the season. No one is.
I'm sorry, man.
I hear what you're saying, mate, but it's because you've got high standards, man. We all have. We want that back. You've got the high standards. We want that back. But realistically, what your man's saying is we did improve from Christmas. Do you know what I mean? We did improve a little bit.
That's fine, but I wanted to perform from day one. I don't want to be performing from Christmas. But by Christmas, it was all over. It was all over.
Yeah. Fuck me, before Christmas, we were down right.
You should have been sacked by Christmas.
Now, I'll tell you one more point that which is very good right now. I know you may not take it positively, but I'll tell you one more thing. Till last season, our whatever our league position was, it was all dependent on Aubameyang's goals. This season, he's been shit, and still we have finished in the same place where we finished last season. So that means our goals are coming from different outlets, and even if Aubameyang doesn't fire, it's come from different outlets like Lacazette, Smith Rowe has been scoring
Saka.
goals. Pepe. So
yeah.
that is the positive, that you don't depend on one player for all your goals. But yes, obviously the league position should be higher than what it is right now.
For me, Aubameyang don't get in the team right now. Do you know what I mean? Standard.
No, me neither.
Doesn't get in the team.
Me neither.
We do need him, but he doesn't. He doesn't get in the team right now.
Tell me where they're coming from when we've got 48 goals. 48 goals against, 56 goals this season, and last season, last season we got 40. goals. And this season we've got what?
He must have something around 50, the same.
Yeah, 55. What? 55.
55 and 56. What's your point?
But what my point is that like goal difference is 8. So what?
No, what I was trying to say is, till last season, most of our goals were coming from Aubameyang. Like, he was our go-to man, and this time it is more distributed. So that means that even if Aubameyang doesn't fire in the upcoming season and we get another player and he starts scoring maybe 5 or 10 goals, it is always good that your team does not over-depend on one player. That is one of the reasons why we gave him that 350k a week
contract. How long
do
we wait for this manager to actually learn from his mistakes and actually get on with it?
He doesn't have more than 2 years anyways. His contract expires in 2 years.
Oh, so we wait for 2 years. We have to put up with 2 more years of this shit. Thank you. By which point the club's in the gutter. We've got no good players anymore because they're all gone, right? And we're left in mediocrity. We're never getting back to the top again. Good.
Right.
Good.
I have to, guys. I have to address the rest of the panel as well. But I should. No, it's all good. It's all good. Don't worry. This is good entertainment right here. But I should just say, like, it's. What was I gonna say? Jesus.
Steve, man. Is his name Steven? Steven, man.
Steven,
come on, geezer. You need to come on, mate. It has been fucking dire. But at the end of the day,
I'm going to the F1 and sticking my head in the sand. I'm not
mate, I've been watching boxing as well because we've been that bad. I love boxing, but
honestly,
anyway.
When I do my watching and I'm like that.
What it is, Steven, there's only like a few managers that have like a truly like automatic result in a club, right? Like, and guaranteed as well.
Yeah, because Arsenal, they got Mourinho. That was meant to be their fix. That didn't fucking work for them, did it?
Arsenal's not.
So who do you want to get, man?
Exactly. Arsenal's not going to bring in one of those gods of football managing. You know,
exactly.
Like
you pay them a shitload of money when they come in. They're not even going to do anything like Mourinho.
Exactly. So since Arsenal's not going to bring one of those, I'm on the fence. I'm not going to leave the fence. I like it here. I feel tall. But, you know, it's just that since Arsenal's not going to get someone like that, I understand people saying Arteta in, because otherwise you're just going to start another process with someone else.
Yeah, right,
it's not going to be a guarantee. We're not going to bring in a guy that's going to be guaranteed results. We're not. And if we we're not going to give him the money to spend. Yeah. But
look at Ollie. He was shocking at the start. Ollie was. He was shocking. Exactly. Everyone wanted his fucking head on the chopping board. You know, they were shit. And then give him a bit of time, and then he's been all right. You know,
one guy here asked about, where is he? I think one guy asked about the season that I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Just to move on from this conversation a little bit. I can't find the comment anymore, but someone asked. Okay, here it is. What do you guys think of? What do you guys make of his season, Odegaard's? Like, would you be inclined to keep him, or would you look for other alternatives?
We sign him. End of.
Sign him.
He's our signing for next season. He has to be.
You reckon he'd be a better acquisition than Buendia, for example, that's been doing things in England for longer?
Look, he's already at the club. He took it to us like duck to water. Listen, when he's on the ball, he does try and make things happen. You know, I was a little bit upset that Smith Rowe was so good. Odegaard came in. He put Odegaard in Smith Rowe's position, put Smith Rowe to the left, and then. But Odegaard, mate, he brings something else. You know, he does bring something else. Now, I don't know how much we'd have to pay for him, but he comes with the hype. But for me, I played football all my life. I've watched football all my life. And for me, in that small space of time he was there, he shows me that he makes a difference. You know, he gets on the ball. He brings that little bit of extra. You know, he's the signing we need to bring in.
I'll get to you, Stephen, but just Bargav hasn't spoken in a while. Thibaut too, if he has an input here.
Yeah, I think he's trash, but he's where he's at right now. I mean, he's at his level right now. I think that's the best way to say it.
I wasn't going to be that harsh, but since you're going,
no, he had a trash season. I mean, but the thing is, like, he's playing at it's the most important position for our team, and but the problem is, like, he's not that developed to play that position for our team right now. Like when you looked at Bruno and when you look at other players, they've had the time to develop. So in 3 years' time, I think it's going to take him about two more years. So if we sign him, I don't want to sign him for like 60 million. That's like way too much for him. If we sign him, I'm fine. Loan or like even like find a reasonable deal.
Let's get him on another season loan if we can and see how he goes for a year.
That'd be ideal. You know? That'd
be ideal.
Let's get him on the loan, get a pre-season out of him, let him blend into the squad because he's got it, mate. He has got it. But I agree with you. If you want to pay that much, then you.
It's the most important position for our team. Like everything, if he's going to play the
Smith Rowe there, man. You know what I mean?
I do think he's the better fit for that position.
What about Joe Willock?
But the problem with him,
look, Joe Willock, definitely. I like Willock.
Let Barga finish.
I say we sell Willock. I mean, I know he's. Look, I think he's one of those players. Willock, he does well at Newcastle. I just don't think I don't think he's going to get the same type of development here.
Because he wasn't getting game time with us. That's why he's gone there. And 7 games, he's fucking scoring 7 goals, bro.
But if you look at Smith Rowe, and the thing I like about Smith Rowe is he drifts. His like knowledge is there. He's on the ball. He does all the things that necessary for that position. When you look at like somebody like Willock or like Odegaard, they don't have that know-how yet, and I think part of that know-how did come from somebody who used to be at the club, who I'm not going to mention right now because
let's not mention that name. Yeah.
But he did like pass on that know-how of like drifting into spaces. The only thing ESR doesn't have right now is the passing. He can't do those like passes just yet, and he'll get that if you get the right.
Odegaard's got in his locker, mate. He can open doors up.
He does have the passes. Guys. That's why.
Yeah. I want to Relentless, welcome, my man. I'll get you in a second, but Tijo hasn't spoken in a long time too. Tijo, I want to ask your opinion about that. Like how good or how bad you feel Odegaard's season was. Would you like him to stay? Would you prefer a loan system? If it wasn't him staying, who would you bring in? Do you like the Buendia idea? Just brainstorm with us here.
Yeah, the Willock of Odegaard hasn't been.
Talk about Willock too. Tell us if you would sell him as well. Yeah.
Odegaard hasn't been consistent enough. On his day, he's arguably our best player on the pitch, but he's not consistent enough. Yeah. And with Buendia, he is last season he had, I think, the second most chances created in the Premier League behind De Bruyne. And Buendia is an elite playmaker. And with Willock is for Newcastle. He's playing as a box-to-box midfielder, and
we've got Partey.
Yeah, but we don't really play in box-to-box. I think it's more of a defensive-minded midfield.
Yeah,
with one attacking midfielder.
Right.
But anything I would like to keep Odegaard on the season loan. But if we can't do that, then I'd love to sign Buendia.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Steven. You've been wanting to talk.
Do you know what? When I heard about him coming to the club, right, I was trying to be sort of realistic, saying like try not to get our hopes up about this because it's young. That it looks to me to be approved. Right? I was told when I was trying to be realistic to basically go support them lot down the road. Right? I'm too negative in this, that, and the other. What has he actually done, really? Just be honest. I mean, Odegaard, he scored in North London derby. That's great, but there's more than the game in a North London derby. Like I said, like someone said, he's really too inconsistent. And I'm like, there's a reason, and there's also like people think we're going to try and buy him or get another season loan. There's only one reason Real Madrid go on a simple loan because they wanted to use us as a feeder club, right? Use us to train him up, right? So if people want to get him on another loan and use Arsenal as a feeder club again, by all means, but that's not what I want. I want to buy someone that's actually going to be permanent, that's going to stay there and actually fight for the badge, not actually worry about when he's going to La Liga to play for Real Madrid.
Yeah, I hear that, man. I hear that.
Yeah. Let me address this because I wanna move to Relentless here, but just if we were to buy someone right now, I'd probably go for Buendia. I think he was like the only player in like top European football to score over 25 and assist over 15 or something like that. Like he had a really good season, given that it was in the championship, right? Like it's not a fucking bug.
Well, that's what I mean. It's
it's not the same thing. Because I feel like we're gonna have to address a lot of positions. I don't think we're gonna be buying Odegaard right now. So him loaning him once again, I'd like that. I'd like
this
that.
Is what that's why I said with this is what I said with Willock, right?
Yeah.
Willock, now I know he's like with Newcastle, right? But he's gaining valuable Premier League experience.
Yeah, he definitely is. Yeah,
and he's been seven games in a row in it.
Yeah,
he's been getting a goal. So yeah, why not bring him back and find out? If it don't work, then send him back out in January.
Yeah, that's right. Send him back out in January. Yeah.
But also, you can then look at someone like a Buendia or Cantwell.
Mate, I'm not convinced by that fella from Black Buendia. We've got the money. You go and fucking buy Grealish, mate. Happy days.
We ain't gonna buy Grealish.
I know.
Do we not please people get that out of their heads? They are not buying Grealish when we got Man United in the Champions League.
Hold on.
No, we're not doing it. We're not
Fabrizio just tweeted out Emiliano Buendia is one of the
option,
hold on. Emiliano Buendia is one of the options that Arsenal are seriously considering as potential new signing. He's appreciated, and AFC board have restarted contacts with his agent after opening talks in December. Buendia would accept a move to Arsenal, and now he's waiting.
All right, that's very good news. Very good news.
He posted it 3 minutes ago.
Awesome. I wanna give the speech to Relentless now because he hasn't spoken yet. If you don't mind, I want to get your thoughts on Willock because I would sell him. I think he's our best asset to be sold right now because he's never played well at Arsenal. He's never showed anything for us to believe that he's going to be an Arsenal player. All of a sudden, yes, he's scoring goals for fun. It's the perfect time to sell him.
Yeah,
we could probably get a good amount for him, but I want to get your thoughts on that, Relentless. Welcome, my man, all the way from the city that never sleeps.
Yeah, man. I was up until like 6 a.m. last night. It's crazy, but can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
Yeah. First of all, I hope everybody's having a good day. And yeah, on Joe Willock, I've been a big fan of Joe Willock. I always said that he needed a loan move, and I'm glad that he's kind of found himself. It's kind of like Jesse Lingard. All of a sudden, he comes off the bench and he's scoring goals, and it's nice to see. He's a young lad. For me, if I was him, I wouldn't touch Arsenal with a flagpole. Man. I'll stay in Newcastle. You know what I mean? I'll stay in Newcastle. You know what I mean? Like at Newcastle, he might not be the best team. But he has the freedom. He has the freedom to score goals, go forward. And he's always kind of been that midfielder. He's always kind of been that like Lampard midfielder. He's not those kind of He kind of reminds me of Bruno in terms of he wants to get in the box, get in the action, get in the stuff. For me, I don't think he necessarily fit into Arsenal's team right now. And I don't think Arteta really rates him that highly. And I don't think he'd even be that good on that. I don't think Arteta. There's certain things that Arteta does. I don't know if a player like Joe Willock would be able to fit in that kind of system. He always brings energy, but for me, I think it's best in his best interest. I think it's good for him to stay in Newcastle. Maybe if we give him another year, loan there, or we sell him. I don't know how much we're gonna get for him. Maybe the way he's playing, maybe 25. 20 million, or is that too much?
30 million, yeah, maybe.
I mean, if they pay that, I mean, that's decent for us. You know what I mean? Same thing like we did at Wolby, but
fucking hell, Wolby was crap though. Willock's different level. Can I talk, guys? Can I talk?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
I'll be right back, guys.
Right,
so it's like Steven says, man, if we get Willock back, after that bit of confidence in the game time he's had, he might be absolutely superb. The reason Arteta don't like him is because he's not great on the ball. So, but when you look at him, he is one player, especially since going to Newcastle, that he gets in the box late. You know what I mean? He gets them goals. Odegaard ain't going to do that. Danny Ceballos ain't going to do that. That Fraggle that we've got called Xhaka is never going to fucking do that. Smith Rowe, yes, he makes things happen. He can create and he will get in the box. But we need somebody else that's going to do it as well to back up Smith Rowe because he seems like he's going to get injured a lot. So maybe bring Willock back. Like Stephen said, if he don't do it, then loan him out in January. But then will Newcastle then take him back? Like the other guy said, if we sold him now in the summer, you might get 30 million for him. If you don't sell him, when he comes back, he might be crap. You know what I mean? So it's one of them ones, isn't it?
It's the same thing. It's the same thing with what Ainsley made announced. Do we keep Ainsley? I mean, for us, I think we should keep him. But you never know. Maybe the board might be looking at it. You know, just saying, you know what, maybe you might sell him to. But then West Ham. I mean, not West Ham. What's the fucking name of the club?
Brom.
West Brom. They're going down. So it's like, are they gonna? They're probably gonna be hesitant to say, oh yeah, let's pay 20 million, 15 million to get.
Well, they're not going to have the money, are they, to buy that?
Yeah.
So he's obviously going to come back. But I like Ainsley. He can play in a number of positions, and I don't think he's had a proper chance yet, to be fair. But you know, where's he going to fit in the team?
Yeah, I want to obviously what Matt.
I think he's a better right back than fucking Chambers is.
While Marley's just going just away for a minute, I'll just read some comments out here. Football United TV. I can't bring them up, but yeah, you do, Charlie. Lol, I want to hear it. Hey, big up Miss Mel, big up Anthony, big up Cuz and the panel. We need a massive turnaround at the club. Absolutely. Mikkel out says sport relentless sport. Adam Lalana, big up.
Adam Lalana.
Yeah, I know. Hello. And Rich Sports, I'm calling you out. Where are you? Let's not call anyone out. Let's try not to. But yeah, Miley, unless you would have, I mean, you can take. Go on.
Yeah.
Go
By the
for
way,
me.
Thank you for holding the line for me, guys.
No, that's fine.
But what were you guys talking about just now? Because I missed a couple of seconds.
Anyway, I've got to head off because I've got to start my United preview for the Europa League.
Of course.
Sorry, man, but
yeah.
I'll be doing my own review on Thursday for Arsenal.
Or James.
I don't know, but I'll be doing my own review for Thursday for Arsenal, and then during the weekend we'll have a general football review. But because I'm not that, so big up everyone,
right.
And I'll see you guys soon.
If you wanna shout out like where people can find you.
Yeah, you can find me on SVT TV. We do football, Arsenal, F1 content, whilst raising awareness of Children's Liver Disease Foundation, as you can see here, as well as money. Hopefully soon we could do some memberships, and maybe like if you get a membership, you get one of these shirts or something. But I'll speak to the channel about that. But yeah, do subscribe here. Right, also subscribing to everyone else as well. And like it says, Henry's better than Benzema.
All right, man.
Hey, why are you saying that? Wait, who said Benzema's better than Henry?
It's a long. I'll explain it to you, mate. I'll explain it to you.
Take care. Bye.
Take care, man. Take care.
Yeah, I didn't want to ruin it for Steven, or I would have told him you can come back on my channel after your preview to get your heart rate up. But anyway,
I start there. Don't know what happened.
It's all good. It's all good.
It's all new to me. This my daughter had to show me how to do it. Get back up.
You're doing great, man. You're doing great. I was very confused in the beginning as well. All right. Who haven't we heard in a while?
Can I just
Barget? Yeah, go ahead, Tiro, please.
Have you guys read the Bissouma news?
Is it closed yet? I saw that picture where there's like an Arsenal kid on the.
Yeah, but I'll read it out. Exclusive. Yeah. Brighton are among the clubs interested in a move for Arsenal striker Eddie Nketiah this summer. Nketiah is understood to be on the Albion's attacking shortlist and could be used as a part of a move that would see Yves Bissouma go the other way, plus money.
I like that player.
Get it done.
I like that player.
But I mean, did you guys see that picture where he's like on his iPad or something, and there's an Arsenal kid in the background inside his backpack or something inside his bag? Yeah. That makes me think that the deal like between the clubs has been done. Like
I heard,
and he's also good friends with Pepe. He's also good friends.
Yeah, from the Lille time. Yeah, he probably knows Gabriel Magalhães as well. I'm just assuming like I would love for Nketiah to leave. I don't want him here anymore.
Yeah, Nketiah's done, man.
Yeah, the longer we hold him, the less money we're gonna get for him, you know. So just sell him, please, for the love of God, sell him. Maybe he's gonna be good enough for, you know, a third of the Premier League team, you know, like those teams that fight for relegation. Maybe he can do a job there, but that's about
Brighton
it.
want him. Use him as a part of the deal to get that Basuma guy. He's good. That guy. He's good. He had the most stats for the tackles in the league this year.
Yeah, I just feel like it's going to be two separate businesses, but I do that. I do both. I like Bissouma as a player. I think he's going to help us out a lot. Bargav, what are your thoughts on Bissouma probably joining, right? Like it's looking quite promising, and Nketiah leaving.
I'm just glad somebody's coming.
Never looks that way with us, does it?
Well, here's the thing. I mean, I think when I did the stream with Fabrizio, he said a lot of the transfers are going to happen in the first part. It's going to be like so there's going to be a lot of transfers at the beginning, and then there's going to be a lot of transfers towards the end. So before the Euros, there's going to be a lot of stuff happening. So that's definitely a possibility that Bissouma, if that deal is close, it's close. I mean, the only thing is Max Aarons was linked to Everton, and people were announcing it's almost a done deal, and it never happened completely. So I mean, we have to until it's final, until they're putting the shirt on. I don't give a crap.
Yeah,
personally,
Max Aarons, he looks like a Bundesliga player. I feel like he's going to be playing there very soon. Yes, I think he's going to be playing in the Bundesliga soon.
But I think for me, like, so the Bissouma, Partey, Gabriel, we need a right-footed center back because at this point, and I think if Saliba could be an option, Holding is definitely going to stay, I guess, and we got Chambers also, but I think Chambers is going to be a backup right back.
Yeah, and Mavropanos is coming back from loan. I mean, we have to get some players out if we want to bring in some new defenders. I've been talking about this for a while because a lot of people figure we're going to bring in a new, like, huge center back. But looking at our squad, I don't see that happening right now.
Would you get rid of Rob Holding?
No.
Dude. Arsenal has like 5 unsellable players, and even the unsellable players are not unsellable. If someone offered me 100 million,
we have a lot of sellable. We have a lot of sellable players. Guendouzi,
unsellable
players
are not for sale.
Yeah, but I also think Mavropanos. I think he'd rather stay in Germany now because he's
gone.
He's in the second division. Yeah, I think he's been decent over there. Yeah, so I think he might stay there.
He played for Stuttgart. Mustafi gone basically at this point.
Guys, let's not forget about Guendouzi. Come on,
guys. Mavropanos played in the first division. He played for Stuttgart, mid-table team.
Yeah, and they have the contract is like about loan and with the option to buy. So they have the option to buy him. I think if that was the case,
I hope he goes. I hope he goes.
I'm happy for him because like he's a young center back who's had a lot of injuries and whatnot. I mean, he can stay there. I wouldn't take him back because like we already have our own defensive issues. You know what I mean? So for me, if we can sell him 10 million, whatever, 5 million, take it. You know what I mean? Move on. You know what I mean? Like, you know, cut ties with some of these players, some of these Wenger players, and let's get in like new players. If Arteta's gonna stay here, you know what I mean? Just get in some new players. Just to get rid of all these Arsenal players. Like if the board is really serious about keeping Arteta, then you might as well just get rid of the deadwood, get some extra money in, whether you spend it or not, whatever. At least you have that extra money to invest. You know what I mean? Just get all these old players that have been here for so long. If Kolasinac, what's the situation with Kolasinac? Is he coming back? Is he?
One more year.
Yeah, they got relegated. So yeah, he's coming back, right?
I mean, I doubt that he's going to be playing for us next season, man. I don't see that.
I hope not.
Nitesh said it recently that it looks like Bertrand's pretty close to being done as well. So we're not going to need a backup left back.
No bitch.
Bertrand, Jesus Christ.
Wait. That's complete.
Yeah, that's a funny one.
No,
man.
No, it's not complete, but it looks like it's going to happen, Bertrand. Because it's a free transfer.
I think he's going to Leicester.
Oh, he's going to Leicester now.
Yeah.
They don't have a left back.
We definitely need to sign a left back because Tierney's made of glass, mate. Honestly.
He is. He's very injury
He's
prone,
a
which
fantastic
is a
player,
shame.
but he's made of glass.
Yeah. I mean, he goes very hard every time, right? So it's easier to get injured like that as well.
That's the other thing is like people were asking earlier, like, should we make him a captain? For me, it's a hell no, because and here's why I say this. I'm not really a fan of like. I think for him, he's so young, he needs to just focus on what he's doing. For me, I would prefer like the goalkeeper being made captain if he's if we can get a decent one, or if he does stay, because he gets to see the whole field. I mean, at this point,
if we get a decent one, you can't bring someone in and make him captain just because he's a goalkeeper.
No, yeah,
no. But I
don't think goalkeeper should even be captain.
I think Leno's staying, so I think I'd rather have him. Or who's going to be our captain next year? I mean, at this point.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask, man.
It has to be a midfielder. Most great teams.
It has to be somebody.
Liverpool's captain is Milner. Obviously. Liverpool's captain is Milner. He doesn't play every game. I want Tierney as our captain, man. Like every club has more than one.
Young,
right?
man. Let him focus on his actual game.
Dude, but he's the biggest leader in our club already. He's already the biggest leader.
Yeah, but yet again, Tony Adams was like our captain at like 22, 21. So I mean, it can be done. And for me, I'm not saying Tierney's going to be Tony Adams or anything. I'm not saying anything ridiculous.
He's not going to take the captain armband off of Aubameyang, is he? You know what I mean? And he's the wrong captain. But
Aubameyang's the favorite though. He's a fan favorite, so they're not going to do that.
But just addressing that, because Relentless seems relieved that Bertrand's not coming. I would have liked to see that because Arsenal needs to be smart this transfer window. We're gonna have to bring in some free transfers because there's so many positions we need to address. I mean, if we don't get Bertrand and we go to Scotland for that Doig guy, who's probably not going to cost that much, I'm going to be fine with that. But we can't spend too much money on a sub.
Yes,
I know he's going to be playing a lot of games, but he's a sub. Tierney is one of the best left backs when he's playing. I know the outcome's not one of the best left backs in the world because he misses a lot of games. I hope we fix that at some point. He's still quite young. But yeah, like we can't spend too much money when we need to spend a lot of money on a cam. We need to spend money on a right back, right? Like a starting right back, a DM, maybe a CM, like one of those. There's
mate, we haven't brought up my favorite subject yet.
What is that? What is it? Let's go with your favorite subject. Xhaka is your favorite subject.
Oh, mate, I want to.
Wow.
See, for me, I think I would love to just keep him as he's already under contract. Just put him as keep him as a squad player. I think he's
fucking playing him left back, man. He's terrible. He's terrible everywhere he plays.
I mean, is he our okay? So I guess I've been reading some places that have called him Arsenal's player of the season.
For me, where did you see that?
Easy. Who wrote that article? Stevie Wonder.
Where did you see that, bro?
ESPN article said like he was player of the season.
Oh, ESPN.
He was in a squad
of the player of the season. Yeah.
For me, I thought the player of the season. Who is the player of the season? I mean,
I think Saka.
Give it to Pepe or Saka.
Saka,
yeah, but it's like
it's most likely Saka. Smith Rowe probably.
Pepe what?
The players of the season.
No, seriously, people are saying Pepe player of the season. Are you joking?
Nah, it can't be Pepe.
No, he's not. He's not the player of the season, but he's probably top 5.
Saka. I feel like Saka and Pepe just had contrasting seasons. It's just in the first half. I thought
Saka did fuck off for the last month.
And then
we said this earlier on in the cast, man. Saka got knackered though. He was knackered. He played so much football. He was knackered, mate.
He was absolutely
dead. And then Pepe stepped up.
Yeah, that's right. Pepe stepped up. Yeah.
Pepe did more than Aubameyang this season.
You could say Lacazette was actually really good.
Lacazette was good. Lacazette's the first name in the team sheet for me.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
That's right. I think Lacazette would be the first name on the team sheet. I would agree with you on that one.
I mean, it should be Partey, right?
It should be Partey,
but he hasn't played well this season. Yeah.
I like Partey, but he can't fucking shoot. I know that.
That's the thing. Everybody had okay, like I wouldn't even say okay season. It's like
Partey needs to recalibrate.
Yeah. I think he lost his way a little bit, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
It would have been. It would. Yeah.
Given that he's a great first timer, I want to talk about what James wants to talk about because it's an interesting subject, Xhaka. Because he sucks. He's god awful.
He sucks.
But the problem is there are many worse players at our squad. Many of them. When you think about our team right now, Xhaka is actually quite important because we just gotta say that he's miles better than El Neni and Ceballos. Ceballos, I have no idea why we renewed that loan deal. I hate him. He's given away like 5 goals this season. He's not even a defensive player. Like, what the fuck's happening? I hate Ceballos, dude. Xhaka, like, he's very slow for.
I've seen Laurie's tongue quicker than that Xhaka, mate. Honestly,
mate. Xhaka in Portuguese means jackfruit, and he moves like one. It's he's just god awful. He's just god awful.
Let's not forget that he's the guy that threw the band down and all that as well.
He's also way too heated, right? Like way too spoiled for some reason.
Mate, he gets booked every game. You know,
there's just the problems outweigh the benefits by a lot. But I've been saying this for a while. I feel like Xhaka is gonna be the last one of the shitheads to leave.
Yeah, like, see, everyone seems to absolutely fucking love him. Wenger, bloody Emery, Arteta seems to like him. Like, we're just talking about that guy from Brighton. That guy just fills his boots straight away. Yeah. You know, next to him and Partey, Smith Rowe in front, you know, then you've got Pepe, Sacco, and Lacazette.
And for me, in my opinion, our best double pivot is El Neni and Partey. How many solid defensive partners?
It's because El Neni gets about. Like, Xhaka is a bloody liability, mate.
About Xhaka, Xhaka has made the most final third passes in the Premier League this season.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, man. The stats can say what they like, but we watch him week in, week out, and he's shocking, bro. You know what I mean? It'd be good it'd be good somewhere else.
This season, Xhaka is our best midfielder.
And that's not even saying that.
Yeah, in a shit midfield,
And where do we finish in the week?
No, so we need to address the issue based on our midfield. Just because we know that he's not good enough as a player, we can't address the issue vaguely without talking about the fact that our midfield is that bad that we can't get rid of him first. We need to get rid of the other players first and then talk about getting rid of him.
Exactly.
Everyone knows. So I'm not saying sell him, keep him but we got to make an improvement in that position.
Yeah, no, my goal for this season when you're talking about Xhaka is for him to become a squad player. Like, I don't want him to be a crucial part of our team anymore because he has been. Like, even Xhaka's mom knows that Partey is a better player than him, sure. But he didn't play well this season. So, he was our best midfielder. Beyond the Post is absolutely right when he's saying that. By the way, guys, 9 people watching. If you can hit the like, subscribe, share.
Yeah, hit the like, guys.
Yeah. Big up the panel and everyone in the chat. Big up the people that left already. That if I didn't have the chance to, send them away properly. But yeah, I want to get you guys' thoughts on that. Like, how would you be fighting to get rid of Xhaka right now, or do you agree with
not out of
Natasha
the club,
myself,
but just not in the first 11.
Out of the first 11. Okay. Bargav,
we need an improvement in that position. For me, listen, Partey has not been amazing, but he will be.
No. Yeah.
Bring the best players over the years, Petit, Vieira, they weren't great to start with. You know, Partey is stone cold, world class, going to be world class. He came from a defensively team. He just needs someone next to him because in games I've watched, he's getting played around.
It's
you can be the best midfielder in the world, and if you haven't got a partner next to you, then you're screwed.
Yeah. It's also I'm gonna give the word to Bargav, but I just want to say it's very possible that this is the toughest position to adapt in the Prem. Like, it's very challenging to become a CM in the Prem, like with an immediate impact like that. It takes a lot. The pace is completely different. It's very challenging. I do feel like Partey is going to be an important player for us. He's still at a good age. He's going to hit his peak at Arsenal. I feel that. Bargav, what are your thoughts on the whole Xhaka conundrum?
Well, the problem with Xhaka is, like, I don't think people respect his game that much, and I guess, like,
or him.
I mean, I'll be honest. Like, he's the last person you want to fight, though. I'll put it that way.
Oh yeah.
Like, Albanians don't play, man. I guarantee you that. Like, if you want to see that side of him, but for me with him, it's like the things he does really well, I think, are like I think the reason he gets into the team is his passing, right? I mean, his long range passing,
which he does like every 6 games.
Yeah, which he does every 6 games. I mean, he only scores once every one goal a year, one special goal a year. And then the problem I think is with him is like his defensive lapses are like just highlighted just because his offensive contributions aren't there. Like he puts in a solid. Would you say he puts in a solid 6 performance most games?
No,
mate. Listen, the geezer's slow, and it's like the ball's behind him. He gets played behind. You know, but like you see him treading water, man.
He reminds me of
McTominay. He's definitely better. He
reminds me of McTominay.
You know the thing is Xhaka was playing well as a left back. He helped us dominate. He helped us dominate against Everton. He helped us dominate against Newcastle, Slavia Prague. But what the fans remember is the one time that Richarlison cut around him and he took a shot and Leno let the ball into the goal.
No, what I remember is that he's been pony for 3 seasons. You know what I mean? And then he threw the band down when he was our captain, right? And then he was out of the club. Then he's back in the club because he had a squeeze with Arteta. And now he gets played around. He is our liability. I promise you that. You can say what you like about the stats.
Yeah,
we need an improvement on it.
Actually, that's the reason for me. Like my opinion is, I just don't think we're ever going to appreciate the guy, and I don't think anyone's going to ever appreciate the guy. Even if you want to be like the most like Xhaka fan and come up with reasons to appreciate him.
The thing was, Unai Emery brought him back because he needed him. If there was no need, if we had a player that could replace him, he would have done that. This season, Thomas Partey and Elneny were being played in that double pivot before Elneny got COVID. When he came back, Partey got injured. If not, Xhaka was being benched. He was fit. He was sitting on the bench watching them play. So that is the situation again. If Xhaka was not needed, he would have not been played. But again, Tierney got injured and Arteta wanted someone who can go forward and create those long passes. So he played Xhaka there. He did well. But again, that one mistake
does not go forward. Come on, Nitish, man.
He doesn't go like he's not like a wing, like an overlapping fullback. But he does go forward even as a left back. He goes towards the mid and then he puts that long ball. When he's playing as a left back.
He goes forward, but
he goes till.
Mate, I was crying when he was
such a liability when he goes forward, man.
He doesn't overlap as a full back, but he
overlap.
No, I'm saying he doesn't.
But he doesn't cross the halfway line.
He does.
He doesn't. Like
even as a left back,
games you're watching.
Watch the Slavia Prague game. Watch the Newcastle game. The Newcastle game, he was controlling the whole flow of the game, playing at the left back position.
Anyway, we need to get rid of him. End of story.
Yeah, he's got to go, mate. End on.
Let's talk about.
I'm not saying he's got to go, but he don't get in the first 11. No way. Left back, mate. You just said he's run the game from left back.
Yes, Newcastle game. Just watch the game,
mate.
Yo, I mean,
come on, man.
I think he sucks. I just feel like he sucks a little less than most of what we got on the midfield. That's why I wouldn't be. You know, mate. If someone came with an offer for Xhaka, please, for the love of fucking God, sell him. Sell him. But
yeah, he did against Newcastle and Slavia Prague. He was instrumental. I'm not saying for Slavia Prague. I'm saying about the Newcastle game.
Yo, when Xhaka fills in at left back, he's usually fine. He did it for Unai Emery as well. He's not good, but he does a job. But yeah, he's definitely someone we need to get over. Like he's not someone that should be sold right now unless a good offer comes, which is not going to come, right? Like who's going to come with a good offer for Xhaka? Relentless. You want to talk about Arteta? I mean, Arsenal are always going to be talking about Arteta, right? But,
yeah, I was just going to mention. I didn't really mean Arteta. I meant like, what's your thoughts on this kind of Cedric right back situation? For some weird reason, the last 2 months, Cedric has just disappeared. I don't know if he's been kidnapped.
Yeah, that's a strange one, isn't it?
Like, where's he been? Like, it's very weird.
He's done all right when he's played. He's done all right when he's played. He's played. He's done all right.
I think he's our best right back. He's our best right back at the club.
Mate,
100%.
Listen, Jason Miles done good at right back, and then Bellerin's not the same player since the second injury. Chambers for me is like going back into the dark ages again. I mean, he's done all right, but I mean, when right backs these days in the Premier League need to go forward. Every time Chambers gets it, he passes it inside, I want a right back that goes round someone. Goes down the line like Bellerin used to be. We need that's what we need. Like Tierney on the left, That's what we need on the right. Chambers ain't going to do that. He's definitely not going to do that. And that's Cedric. All right, like you said, he's just disappeared. It's a weird one.
You know what, guys? If you want to, I mean, James, I'll let you address that one. What are your thoughts on?
I think we need a new right back, mate. End of story.
No. On Anthony's comment down here.
Sacking Steve Bowles. He's still at the club. What the hell is he still at the club? Steve Bowles. What?
Yeah, he wasn't.
Well, that's news to me. I didn't know that.
I think he's at the under-23s.
He wasn't good enough as a coach under Wenger as well. That is why he got demoted to the under-23s, and now he's been sacked. So it's no big deal for me. I even posted it out on Twitter like as if nothing had happened because he was not that good enough anyways.
Guys,
he's a legend, but he's a legend.
Exactly. We gotta.
Yeah, a great player doesn't make a great coach or a manager.
Yeah, I mean, Ljungberg was a legend too, but you gotta. Guys, we gotta wrap up soon. I mean, we're still at good numbers, but just I don't want to go over 80 minutes too much. But I think that's a good last subject for us to talk about because the right back position has been an issue for a long time. So I want to get you guys' thoughts on what we should be doing. I'm gonna start myself. We're mainly been looking at Aarons and Lamptey for a while. I like Lamptey a lot as a player, but I've only ever seen him play in a back five. So I don't know how
can he defend.
Yeah, exactly. Like we're trying to.
He's as bad as Bellerin in defending.
As a what?
No, I don't think he's that bad.
No,
he kind of reminds me. He's very raw. He kind of reminds me of an old Bellerin, like a 2014, 2015 Bellerin.
The Max Aarons story gave me a little bit more excitement, but I feel like we're gonna be outbid on that one. I feel like more clubs are gonna go after him.
He probably go to United.
Might be a similar situation with Emerson from Real Betis, who had a really good season as well. But that's another he's a big guy. I would have liked him very much. I want to ask you guys, from the options we've talked about,
sound has gone, guys, completely. Favorite? I can't hear anyone.
You can't hear me? I mean,
Arteta's messing around with the internet, bro.
It's probably his fault.
He's like Lester, that stop talking about me, bro.
Tiho, Bargav, you guys are clearly quieter here in the stream, so I want to hear you guys out first. Who would you bring as a right back unless you feel like someone in our club is good enough, but I doubt that. Are you happy with the names we've been linked with? Do you have other suggestions in case someone from Arsenal is watching? What are you guys' thoughts? Let's start with Tiho.
I'm devastated. I can't hear anything, man.
Go ahead, Tiho.
I definitely think we need a new right back because Bellerin is definitely not good enough.
Mm-hmm.
Chambers is decent, but to be a starting right back for us, I don't think he has that quality. He's a good backup, but not a starter. And Chambers, I think he should be more of a right midfielder, not a right back.
Can't hear anything.
No.
The mic shouldn't be muted. I can't mute the mic.
You can drop him out and he can join again.
Yeah. I don't know how to tell him that.
Don't tell him that. Just drop him out and he'll join again.
What?
Right? Let's see. I'll send Matt a message. His buddy. He's back. Let's see. Is it working now? Yeah? No?
No, I can't hear anything, man.
Right, man. I'll hopefully Matt's watching this and helping out.
He'll have to leave the chat room and come back.
I'll let Matt know that, but I'll pass it with you. Where were we?
It's so fun. The part of the Arsenal season.
Tiho was talking, right? I'm sorry.
I think so.
But about it, Aarons and Lamptey, I don't know. I don't think they're good enough. They're good, but I don't think they're good enough to start for us as right back. But I wouldn't know who we could get. Hakimi definitely is coming to us, but for the rest, I have no idea who we should get.
Just get anybody that fits the system. Does the bare minimum.
Just get somebody who has brain cells, man. Just get any.
You don't.
Just get.
You guys have
at this point, it doesn't really matter because, I think the biggest positions that we do need to get this summer are think definitely the Basuma situation that needs to happen. And the center back, I think, are the two bigger ones personally.
I think right back is huge, man.
Chambers has filled in pretty well. Chambers has filled in pretty well.
It sounds terrible, man.
You're back with us, James. You're back with us, James. No.
No, it just sounds crackly.
Oh man. I mean,
maybe it's the headphones. For me, I would be looking at PSV and go get Denzel Dumfries.
Dumfries is a good shot.
Guys, the geese is literally he's literally a 6'2", he's a 6'2" right back. And I saw him in the Europa League.
6'2" right.
Was it?
Wow.
Guys, if you can hear me, I can't hear anybody now. It's just totally. Matt told me to come out of it, and I've done that and gone back in, but it's not working, man.
I mean, he used to stream it.
Yeah. No. It's his first time. Pleasure, man. Pleasure.
I'll see you again soon if you guys can hear me. Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
Absolutely.
Take care.
See you later.
Yeah, I gotta go too. I mean, I gotta go.
I'll be wrapping up very soon. Do you have a final statement, my man?
Yeah, I mean, it's my brother's graduation today. It's my brother's high school graduation, so I have to go. I have to go to that. But I guess like what's new for me coming up, I guess like I mean I've been taking a month off YouTube trying to figure out like stuff in life. I guess one of the few things I've done is I've started my retirement channel. Yeah, you heard that right. I started my retirement channel. Basically, I'm just gonna detail like all the stuff that I figured at the end of life. All the friends I make on YouTube can come to this channel and find out what I've been up to. Currently, I'm on like a summer adventure of doing like a 1,400-mile bike ride from Orlando to Michigan, and that's gonna start tomorrow. So if you want to detail that, like you can check this.
Is it a self-improvement channel? Is that what it is?
It's a little bit of everything, country music, rap music, basketball, reaction videos.
I need to get on there, bro.
Just don't end up becoming having your own OnlyFans account and becoming a porn star.
Make some passive income, bro.
It is the best. Right now, it's the NBA playoffs are on, so like I've been also focused on that. So Relentless. I mean, anytime you want to do like NBA playoff stuff, let me know.
Hey, bro, I've been waiting to do an NBA show, bro.
You guys should come along, by the way.
I'm waiting for you, bro.
I mean, I'm still waiting on next week to maybe start up other things. But yeah, I'm slowly getting back on the YouTube thing. I've been kind of like going through a bunch of stuff. But hey, you mind if I give a link out to that channel?
Yeah, go ahead.
And I'll tag you guys and hit me up with your links for yours, because then I'll tag you on there. So anybody that comes there, they can see. All right, so just put that in the chat.
Yeah, you bet. You need to get back on Twitter first.
I know. Hey, man, this month has been good and bad, trying to get through things. But either way, it's a good show, guys. I mean, I hope I hope to see you guys like next week for this. I think Tuesday's a really good day to like do a bunch of shows. So I'll let you guys know what's coming up.
Oh shit, Tuesday.
Right. Thanks for being here, man. Thanks for being here. We're gonna wrap up very soon anyway. But thanks, Bargab, as always.
Yeah, I'll see you guys later.
Big up.
Catch you later. All right. Well, guys, we've had really good numbers, by the way. Everyone that watched us today, that was in the chat, in the panel, thank you so much for your support. It's been amazing. I wanna give everyone a chance to talk for the last time. James, I can see you in the back. Can you hear us now? I mean, I'm not sure. So beyond the posts, do you have any final things you want to say, and then let us know where we can find you, what's coming on your all your platforms, all that.
Yeah, with respect to the season, we have progressed as the season has gone on. We should have probably started playing better football earlier, but okay, that's understandable. Arteta's first full season. That can happen with any manager, and I am looking forward to this summer transfer window. We made some really good signings in the last one, so if we can get some really good ones this time around, I think we can push towards a top 4 fight for the upcoming one. Overall, you guys can find me on Beyond the Post on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. I have some other pages on Facebook as well, which is Arsenal FC Fans and a Troll Football Generation page. And I'll be going live in like around 3 minutes or 5 minutes maximum on my channel now.
Yeah, I'll comment on that, bro.
Yeah, it's going to be deciding the best players of the season for Arsenal, worst players. Then a topic that I and Mali discussed last night, it was about if we did a Dortmund and if we started selling our young players, which players we would sell and probably buy. And further, yeah, that one. And further talking about Pepe's season, Leno's season, because we have all different opinions about those. So thank you for having me. It was always good to be on.
Always a pleasure, man. Always a pleasure. Do check it out. Everything he does, like everything he touches, becomes gold. And so definitely do check it out. I'll probably try to jump in as well. Tiho, thank you so much for being here. Second time. Still a little like haven't said as much as you probably should have. I apologize for that, but keep showing up, man. We love you here.
Yeah, so I did have one quick question for you all, though.
Mm-hmm.
What's your guys' goal of the season?
Ooh,
goal of the season, you know.
Wow, haven't thought of that whatsoever. We scored some really nice team goals, but I can't pinpoint one right now. Does anyone have a shout?
I see Tierney's goal against West Brom. That was a goal.
That was a nice one. I like that one very much. With his right foot, right? Yeah.
Or Elneny against Dundalk away.
Yeah, that was.
He just slapped into the top bins.
Elneny against Brentford in the friendly in the beginning of the season was pretty good as well.
It was MK Dons, right?
It was MK Dons.
MK Dons, sorry.
But that doesn't count. That was like
no, it doesn't. It doesn't. All right, Tiho, do you want to shout out where people can find you?
Well, you all can find me on here every stream basically, and on Instagram, my Instagram is Tico Shitposts.
All right, I love that name, man. I love that name. Relentless, my man. Thanks for being here once again. If you have any final thoughts, and tell us where people can find you.
Final thoughts on the season. I'm glad it's over. Not looking forward to next season. It's going to be another drag as well. Shout out Pepe. Shout out my guy. Keep doing what you're doing, Pepe. Next season, Presence blood. You know what I mean? Shout out Rance as well. Next season, we're going for 20 goals in the league. Yeah, come on, Peps. My guy, bro. And listen, Peps, best player in my opinion. Best player of the season for the past 3 months, 2 months.
Okay.
Pepe, bro.
Best player of the last trimester.
Yeah. So hopefully we get in good players. If not, sack Arteta, sack Edu, and let's move. If you guys want to find me, you can find me on YouTube at The Relentless Football Hub. You can find me on Instagram at King Relentless. It's King spelled KXNG Relentless on Instagram, and on my YouTube channel. Like I said, my YouTube channel is The Relentless Football Hub. Talk all things football. If you like banter, if you like jokes, you like controversial opinions, go ahead and subscribe to The Relentless Football Hub on YouTube. Yeah, big up everybody on the panel, and thanks for having me on, man.
Please do that. Yeah, he does really good content. He's still quite new there, so please help him reach higher numbers because he deserves it. He does really good content. Right. Let's give this one more try. Right? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. My
I'm
bad
back
for
in the room.
Right, man. I mean, we're wrapping it up. So if you have any final thoughts, if you want to shout out any social media, anything like where people can find you.
It's my first time at all this business, so my friend got me on here. I've enjoyed it. Big up to everyone who's been chatting and whatnot. I've enjoyed myself, and I'll come again.
It was a pleasure, man. Any friend of Maddie's is a friend of mine for sure. So yeah, you're always welcome, man. Thank you so much for being here. So yeah,
hopefully. I mean, my outlook on it is hopefully we bring in a couple of players, and Arteta will get the tutoring for the lads that he needs because we're not in Europe. Get rid of Xhaka.
Let's hope so, man.
Get rid of Arteta, bro.
We gotta have. I know it's the hope that kills you, but you gotta have some. Otherwise, you die anyway, right? Like you die on from the other side.
Man, fucking hell! Come on, lads. You know what I mean? Let's have it next year.
All right.
Go for that top 4, man. Hopefully.
That's it,
Pepe
guys.
Golden Boots.
All right, we're wrapping it up right there, guys. Thank you so much, everyone. We're not. I mean, it's the end of the season, but we're not going to stop this show. They're most likely going to be like a little smaller because there's going to be less to talk about. But we're going to keep going with this. Next Thursday, we have this Thursday coming right now. We have the last United Across the Globe show for a while because they're going to take a break for the international competitions, right? Like the national teams competition. And stay tuned to us. We have plenty of new shows coming on, but also Football United Airways next Monday is going to be special. We're going to be talking about the Libertadores, right? The South American Champions League, because the group stage is coming to an end. So yeah, stay tuned. Follow all of these guys, support them, and thank you so much. That's about it. Yeah. All right, guys. United we fly. Ciao.
See you later.